YouTube, it's pearlynrae here, back with another video. Today we're going to be playing the demo for Vampire Therapist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, join our Discord server if you wish. Let's hit play. Hopefully this doesn't blast our ears off, and let's decide where to put our webcam eventually. Ooh, the cursor. Little bat oh, cute! Little bat games. And we did finally get new blue light glasses. But these, there we go. Okay. Ah! Off to a great start. Alright, let's turn the, a little... There we go. How's that? Is that better? How's the, yeah? Text message speed, auto delay, skip mode, reveal text, skip line, reveal, okay, auto delay. Yeah, okay, we won't touch that. Full screen, ultra graphics. Let's hit new game. I think, actually, let's have a look at the Steam page and see. I mean, I'd be hiding some of their face, wouldn't I? Let's just, well, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Have I seen the new Horse Girl Racing Gacha game? No, I haven't. New game. Oh, maybe? Maybe. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression. Yes, the first minute is fast. Suicidal, ideation, religion, and of course death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. Pay attention, YouTube, because if those seem like sensitive, triggering topics for you, either I'll see you in the next VOD or proceed with caution, tread lightly, and have your finger on the pause button, like immediately, like hit spacebar or just click to pause the video, and I'll see you in the next VOD. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. See? Well, not all of it. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy. Unless you're a vampire. Okay, that's funny. Why is naturally a game about vampires sexual? Well, because throughout history, there's been that association, and especially in media, there are the correlations of vampirism to released inhibitions to the point where you are just going off your not super ego, like your id, just those carnal instincts and everything. There's representation in media, like in movies and books, about how certain aspects of vampirism connect to certain aspects of the repressed human psyche, etc., etc. And it's a whole thing. There are YouTube essays on this topic to explain, literally to explain the question that you just had. Like, yeah, so many video essays on vampires.
Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, Kinda dead, at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's
That's so cute.
on their way. A fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old. He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been lucky, and now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Aw, that's cute. Oh my god. Phone, please. Shush. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse.
Klenfledder Mousetrap. Hey. Where's the thing in chat? Where's the dancing in chat? Hang on. Hey. Give me a second. Hey. Up. Hey. Up. Hey. This is the type of club when you're trying to talk to your friends and you're like, I'm gonna go to the toilet! What? Why is he a Southern American? Oh, hello. Why is he a Southern American vampire? Emma, have you not watched, what is it? Oh, what is it? No, not a turn. What's the one after the Vampire Diaries? The originals? They are literally from the South. Well, I think this is the address.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
Get it. Go. Alright.
Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
Sam, you are a vampire.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Do. That's great. Tell them you're here to party. Ask about the dress code. Ask about Andromachos. Ask about the club. Ask about the club.
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
Oh.
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
Oh.
Und I hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Oh!
Shh, Maxie. He is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
Can I keep him? Tell him you're here to party. Ask about the dress code. Dress code?
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
Also, P.S. I'm so glad that they have voice acting. Because as a streamer and as someone in entertainment, when I tell you we talk, or we have to talk for our job so much. So shout out to the devs for allocating budget for voice acting. Chef's kiss, bless you.
The cowboy look is totally sexy.
Totally sexy.
A bit sweaty.
Totally sexy. And like, you know, the leather, well, I guess leather and latex, like you do slip it on with the baby powder. So yeah, okay. Have you played Date Everything? I think it's fully. It is! I haven't played it. I've watched Axiomat play some. I've watched Axiomat play like the first couple of days. And I will say that as soon as the bed, like he started talking to the bed, I did the puppy head tilt thing and I went, she gives me Casey vibes. Casey is Matt's partner. And as soon as Casey walked in, she was like, that's me! She's so me-coded. I'm like, yep. So I've seen the dryer, the washer, the phone, the bed, the sink, the couch, and Dante Basco as the fireplace. I think that's everyone. Oh, and the door, Dorian the door. Right? Yeah. So I've seen him at least interact with those characters, and apparently, so Matt has a very active community. And like a decently sized community. He was in Achievement Hunter, so comes with the territory, but also like he's a great entertainer. I will say that because his viewers are so interactive, he's able to play games like Date Everything and King of the Castle, which has great Twitch integration, and do it well. So with King of the Castle, it's like you as a player, the king, but then your audience, the viewers, get to select which factions to like be a part of, and their aim is to actually overthrow you. Yeah, his viewers, great. Yeah, Dante Basco as a fireplace. I don't even blame you for that. Shut up, listen. And apparently, Brennan Lee Mulligan is shout out to all the Dropout and D&D nerds. He plays a stack of board games or something. Like he plays something to do with board games, I think. All right, let's continue with the demo for Vampire Therapist.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Ooh.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Listen, which is so funny because no, you're good for the sidetrack. That's why we stream. But I will say, speaking of like running on cold, the majority of the time run cold, like but a lot of women experience this, I guess. Oh, give me 1 second. YouTube, welcome back. We're very busy today, it seems. Deliveries, such and suches. Last night we had a blackout, and I just had a short but sweet business phone call that I had to field for my mom. But that's okay, because we're back. And we were talking about running on the cold side. It's great to not retain heat during summer. It is Not so pleasant during winter, let me tell you. But I guess for vampires, they don't exactly feel it, so. Continue!
Don't worry, mein Liebling. We make each other warm.
My loveling? My loveling? We make each other. Oh.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Oh! Oh! Listen, I've been out of the game for a while, so all this flirting, I'm getting the vapors.
Maxi Liebchen, you're so naughty tonight.
No, you are the naughty one.
Meanwhile, Sam is just standing there like,
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
Tell them you're here to party, ask about, let's just ask about Andromachos.
I'm looking for Andrew Makos.
You mean the club owner? Ja, satisfied wir hier.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Oh. After party!
Well, what happens there?
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Oh dear. Oh, tell them you're here to party.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
A+ to the voice actors.
Oh, here are them kind of vampires.
The orgy type? Yeah.
So, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Oh! Oh! Hey, yo!
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Look at his pumping the blood.
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it.
Yeah, about having to get past the bouncer?
It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we're about to enter tutorial mode. He's gonna teach us.
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Okay.
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Hanun mind. But the sexual themes warning was warranted. Just a bit, everyone. I'm also going to put a warning in the description. Well, actually, besides that, vampire media normally, like, it's a given, and in the tags, I'm going to have the associated with this game tags from Steam, like I always do. So, yeah, I'm still gonna put a warning in the description, just in case. All right, so hot branding. So it's like a label you can't shake off. High noon mind, where it's do or die showdown.
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Okay.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
Uh-huh.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Private property, do not read. Reward if found. Cowboy bloodsucker at vmail.com. Collected notes of Sam Walls. Bookmarks. I found this old notebook and figured I'd take it with me to Europe. I figured it'll help me organize my thoughts. I'll separate it into sections so I can jump to them right quick. That way, when I need to get to a particular section of my notes, all I gotta do is hop over to that section. Easy as falling off a horse, and falling off a horse is real easy. Bookmarks, cognitive distortions, my clients, my ramblings. Oh my god, hold up. Just cognitive distortions. The funny ways we think. I realized we vampires can think in funny ways sometimes, like reality's right in front of us and we just can't see it. Heck, pretty sure it's all humans who do that, not just vampires. We do think funny thinking in particular ways. So I figured I'd write them down so I don't forget them. I'll include examples so I remember how they work. High noon mind. Sometimes things can seem black and white, win or lose, famine or feast, live or die, like everything's a big showdown. It can feel like we got only two options, win in the day or ended up with a stake in the heart. That's high noon mind. It's thinking in extremes and ignoring all the in-between. We stress ourselves out when stakes are high. Examples: if I can't get the best saddle, my butt's gonna break, ain't no doubt. It sounds like high noon mind. She wants to like get into the club no matter what. Either I show up ready to win the rodeo, or I'd better not just show up. Better just not show up. The fate of the Wild West is hanging on this gunfight. Saloon thinking. A lot of us bloodsuckers have a habit of either feeling responsibility or soul control, or of feeling completely hopeless. Thing is, usually neither is true. Feeling hopeless don't mean we're powerless, and feeling untouchable don't mean we're invincible. That's saloon thinking either way. Our real capabilities are somewhere in between. Examples: with my dark powers, vampires shall dominate the mortal world. If a mortal discovers our secret, it's entirely my responsibility to deal with it. I can't deal with the bureaucracy of international travel with my coffin. I'm stuck in the USA forever. Hot branding. We vampires, sometimes we call ourselves awful names. I'm a failure. I'm unlikable. It's like burning ourselves with a big old branding iron. Every time we look at ourselves, we'll keep seeing those names. Hot branding is just calling ourselves names that do no good. I missed that shot. I'm such a butterfingers. Crying over a horse. You're sappy as hell. That fella doesn't like wearing leather. He's only a vampire wannabe. Alright. I think they have high noon mind.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Oh.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe
Oh.
I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend. I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts. I'm here to see Andromachos.
Have fun, mate.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Oh. You know what? Bring them joy. Bring them joy. Oh.
Sure, they're friends of mine.
Don't make me regret it.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
I hope I don't regret it.
Dang, awful loud in here.
So loud! I told you!
Come on, my liver, dance with us.
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is. But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
That's funny.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Oh, okay.
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
Oh no, please, please.
You met some gods, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
Oh, okay.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Yeah, that tracks with mortal behavior.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Bert?
Bert.
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Oh, the bouncer.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Just vibing to the music. Oh, hello.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
What a voice! Holy smokes! Y'all hearing this? Bruh! Talk again.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Jeebus! How does Sam help himself? Look at them eyes. Ooh! Vest? Tasty. Ooh. Question is, are you first able to... I can help myself. Yeah.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Oh, well, that's not what I meant, but...
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Oh.
We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Silver Fox Vampire Daddy? Oh, man.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
And he's wearing all purple.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down.
Sit.
What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Oh, my mom would like that ring.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
Let me just quickly, before I continue, change the stream info to vampire therapist. Oh my god, I'm so used to being careful with the thing.
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I could try, though.
This game is surprisingly entertaining. I skipped it when I saw it. Oh man, I like to watch the trailers and stuff. Keeps me intrigued.
See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Oh, explain high noon mind?
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder.
Oh.
But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
I was like,
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marcus was a bedroom name.
Marky, bedroom name. Oh my.
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Hey yo! Hey yo! Hey yo! Hey yo! Look at his face, look at his face.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mind. I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Oh, I get it, 'cause the movie.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Okay, we gotta.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
No, Samuel. In this case, I am not arguing with reality. If we do not drink blood, we die. This is the
Oh.
fact of being a vampire.
Fair. Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Death eventually comes for us all.
No.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
I think that's Nosferatu thinking.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
And literally, you have a whole nightclub of mortals who want to give blood to you. And then some.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
That's why you should rarely say always and never.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Sure. Saloon thinking.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time.
Yes.
It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy. Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos. Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Okay.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it. My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Well, no. You're not forever.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you could always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent.
Oh.
But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Well.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Hot branding.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard. But that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill. For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Okay.
I am so old, I am ancient.
Oh, come on. I know you've been kicking around a long time, but don't go labeling yourself as ancient.
No, that wasn't it.
But according to definition, I am ancient. It is not a label, but a specific classification of my age.
Oh, okay.
Well, you look pretty good for being ancient then.
The secret is moisturizer. But let us continue.
Yes, we must look after the vessel.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
No.
How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
Labeling?
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me.
No.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
My God, he's just a fetus compared to Andromachos. Holy poop.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Unlife.
On now. Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Labeling.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
Yes.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges.
Yes.
One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin.
Okay.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Hold up. I think that's Nosferatu thinking.
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man clinging to the whiskey bottle. What Andrew Mac...
If I invite over my vampire friends,
Control fallacy.
I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Labeling is quite powerful. Control fallacy.
That is a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained.
Yeah.
Very good, Samuel. Let me try another. I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Labeling?
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Well, those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then.
Yeah.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Oh, hello.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway. Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways. But I must demand something of you first.
What?
Anything. I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
You must receive therapy yourself.
Oh.
I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Oh.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy.
Yes, you
I'm feeling
do.
pretty good about myself these days.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
If you had a choice, would you want to be a vampire? Yes. Yes. I have a to-do list. I do! I have a to-do list! Okay. No hesitation. Correct. Addendum. What type of vampire? See? Because there are the types of vampires that... Okay, are we talking about Anne Rice vampires? Or Stephanie Meyer vampires? Or are we talking about the Vampire Diaries vampires? Or are we talking about, like... Do you know what I mean? Like... Are we talking about the type of vampires that can turn sexy cowboy like this kind of vampire? Can we turn into bats? Yes or no? Can our affliction to sunlight, affliction, is that the right word? I just pulled it out of my head. Can our aversion to sunlight, or like sunlight being a detriment to us, can that be like, are we in the Vampire Diaries universe where magic rings prevent that from happening? The concept of like having offspring, like sunlight is bad, yeah, but sunlight is the majority of the time is always bad, unless you count the from the BBC. There was a limited series, like a 3-part series of Dracula, where the only reason, the concept of it being sensitive to sunlight was not, it feels reductive to say it was all in his head, but the nun, or like her descendant, figured out that the reason why sun actually did affect him was because he believed that he was the monster that, like, the stories said he was, and the shame that he feels because of his affliction of having to drink blood and blah 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 and wanting what he can't have, which is like the lack of shame and blah blah blah, is the reason why sunlight is a weakness when it shouldn't need to be. That was specifically for the BBC 3-part limited series. So yes, no hesitation, but we need to get we need to get the fine print sorted. So only therapy, you have been speaking kind of since the moment you walked into the office. Yes.
I have. I didn't even notice.
Oh, Samuel.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Oh, also, you have to figure out, are you the type of vampire that can only drink blood? And by that I mean you can't even have human food. You can't eat it to even pretend, right? There are some vampire lore where they can eat and drink alcohol and whatever, but it has no nutritional value for them. It's purely for the gluttony of it, for the taste and blah blah blah. They get no sustenance and nutrients from actually eating anything other than blood. Am I saying that right? Yeah. Whereas in other instances, they can eat it, right? Where in other instances, in media, if they try to eat, like, say, an apple or pasta, they'll, like, vomit immediately. Like, they can only have blood. Yeah. So, depends on what kind of vampire. But, yeah, no hesitation, though. You've walked alone for... Yes, allow me to share my experience with you. What type of experience? I'm joking. Oh my god. Tokyo Ghoulska. I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul, so I don't actually
Well,
know the logistics of those vampires.
I appreciate you taking the time to work on this, old cowpoke.
You're doing it again. You're calling yourself an old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
Eating human food is damaging to them and tastes terrible. Oh, that's easy then. Okay. Oh. Okay. Context. What constitutes human blood? Oh, is it only human blood, or can they do animal blood? And does the synthetic blood that's now being created count? Yeah, okay.
All right then, Andromachos.
Oh, cute.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromachos.
Oh, man. Andromachos.
Just call me Andy.
Oh, cute.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
I'm gonna have to check who the devs are, but oh man, his buffness is giving me I have to look it up. Hold up. Give me the vapors, but then it's giving me Agatha Christie. Give me a second. It's giving me No, not that one. Agatha Christie. Not that one. Is it this one? I think it might be this one. Hang on, let me look it up. I want to look it up. Agatha Christie first cases. What's his name? Character. Is it Dimitri? Gideon Demir. Okay, hey. First cases. Gideon Demir. Hold up. His chest. You know who he's given? You know who he's given? I'ma show y'all. Okay, he's given Gideon. The broadness, he's giving Gideon. Oh man. When I tell you I played Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first classes, and I was like, oof. Gideon, go off. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. Listen, I have a type. Oh. Hey.
All them
Hey.
mortals sweating
Hey.
I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on the dance floor.
Oh.
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Hi, Crimson.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar.
Oh.
Found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Oh my.
Must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula. But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Oh yeah, here, look at his face.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard,
Oh.
look. It's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
Oh.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Bro. Tell them alcohol is bad for them. Tell them you're not they're not your type. Tell them you don't have the money. Tell them they can support themselves. I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
The sexy old men.
All right, I'll buy it. Which of them old men are sexy?
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
Oh my god. Let's move the webcam down here so at least you can see the face, huh? How's that? So powerful.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
I get it. You like older men. You seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder.
Kinder!
They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
I get it. Drinking stay up. Oh, man. I haven't. Listen, it's been a while for me. I might as well, like, my habits at the moment, I might as well be asexual. When I tell you, like, I have asexual phases, this is so much flirting, just, like, in my face. I'm blushing. I don't know what to, yeah, my left cheek is getting a little warm, like, whew.
So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
There you go, there you go.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Ayo! Oh man, I need an Ayo button.
Wait, kink room?
What, is it like the champagne room? If you know, you know.
You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Oh man, I need a button where as soon as I press it, it's just like, not safe for work, not safe for work, not safe for work.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
Oh man.
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Oh man.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
Oh my god.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
Oh my god.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Sam, that means something totally different. Sam,
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the
no,
document and I
Sa-
will sign myself up for it.
I don't think you.
Well, I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think. Hang on, I got an email.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
Oh my
That's the
god.
plan. Who's going first?
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
Oh god. We're recording. Thankfully, this isn't live on YouTube. I'll edit if I need to. Okay. Oh my! Bite blue veins.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
Blue veins. Okay. Here?
Oh, shucks, I missed. It's a little dark in here.
Oh no!
Do you need me to guide you, Honigmäulchen?
Here?
Ouch! Meine Arterien!
Oh no! Oh, I need to. Right.
Let me try that again.
Nicht meine Arterien.
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Oh no!
Can't you take that dang collar off?
No, I like it. Try again. Oh, I don't like that very much.
Well, that's a blue vein.
What's wrong with me?
Hold up. Let me just skip.
Well, where'd your neck go?
It's right here, waiting for you.
Wait! I bit him so easily!
Oh, shucks, I missed.
Do you need me to guide you?
Hold up.
Honigmäulchen?
Press S.
Reinhard, so hot
Don't know why I
already.
missed.
Hold me out.
Ah!
Me too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Ugh.
Reinhard, mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Pegging? Also, I don't know how to play that minigame. We'll see later.
Oh yeah, sure thing, Phil. Maybe I can tell you some Eisenhower stories. Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
I think it just had to never be on the red veins. Yeah, this is difficult because of... Oh, we'll see.
Samuel,
Oh!
wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Oh, he's gonna ask to take it here, isn't he?
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
Oh yeah, and then to ask more questions about like the fine print. Do we have to sleep in coffins? Do we need the dirt of our homeland? And what constitutes our homeland? Where we were born as a human or our blood lineage? Haha. I have all these questions.
Let's see what's on TV.
Oh.
Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. I'm not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
And is this gonna get copyrighted?
Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Oh.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I have already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
You're more well versed in vampire lore than I was expecting. Listen. You have no idea what I was into in high school. It was a combination of being really into vampires and really into Egyptology, okay? And really into just Egyptology, Greek mythology, but I've forgotten half of that but to a point. And yeah, vampires are still quite the thing. Meanwhile, I have several things on my like media homework list that have to do with vampires. I have to watch the new one with Nicholas. I have to watch the new one with what's his name? The guy from Spider-Man. The guy from Skins, and Johnny Depp's daughter. Y'all know the latest Nosferatu. Like, I have to watch that. Guillermo del Toro's this isn't vampires, but his Frankenstein, the new one. I have on my list to watch the Interview with a Vampire series. I recently, when I say recently, I mean like earlier this year, rewatched for like the umpteenth time Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah and Stuart Townsend. I know, it's a bastardization, and Anne Rice eventually disowned the film, but it's just one big new metal advert. I mean, we love that soundtrack so much. Oh my god, and Stuart Townsend, chef's kiss. I also, in the same afternoon, rewatched Interview with a Vampire, the Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Kirsten Dunst one. Did that. But yes, I do need to watch the new Interview with a Vampire TV show. That's on my list. I also recently, earlier this year, watched a recap of the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and I think I have Legacies on my watch later list. But yes. Wasn't there? Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Nicholas Hoult? Nicholas Hoult, or whatever his name is, from Skins. Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp, and William Dafoe. That's his name. Okay, eventually my brain had to process and connect the synapses. Yeah, William Dafoe is in there as well as the guy who tells Lily Rose Depp that in another era she would have been like a high priestess. Yeah. So that's literally the Nosferatu film. Also, fun fact about that film, for bird enthusiasts, what snaps them out of the film is that they use a bird call in the sound design in the background that isn't native to the location of where the story is taking place at the time. So it's like, wait, hang on. That bird isn't native to that area, and it's the wrong season for them to be making that call in the first place. So that's really interesting. Fun fact. Just because that bird call sounds like aesthetic, but ended up bird fans were watching. But yes, I am quite well versed with vampiric lore and law. To anything to do with immortality and the philosophical aspect of it, yeah, that's up my alley. For no particular reason at all. I'm not surprised. Yes.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
I'll blush for you.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
He's a rough and tumble type, but really soft and fluffy on the inside, and I'm guessing you either had one or none great loves of your life, and thus whenever anyone actually starts flirting with you, you get awkward because you don't know how to deal with it, because every compliment that you've ever had either has to do with your quote-unquote masculinity in terms of violent activity and behavior, or anything that is completely nothing to do with your softer side, and everything to do with externals. Yeah, he was also in a murderous gang most of his life. Exactly. Which means that anytime that there's a softer, emotional-esque compliment, he doesn't know how to take it. It's like when people go, "Oh my God, you're really good at that," and then immediately that person will go, "Oh no." It's like, what? Just accept the compliment. Just like, why do you say no to yourself? Because you don't believe it. Like, let's unpack that.
If you like.
Oh, please.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Ah, please, loosen up those buttons, babe. Uh-huh.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Compliments must be deflected at all costs. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, here's the funny thing, as an aside, to answer that, to go off that, I once was in a, like, booty call fling, whatever you want to call it. Very fleeting, very, very small, short-lived, okay, fling with this guy. And when I accepted compliments by saying thank you, he took it as me having an ego. And at one point when I stopped talking to him, and he replied to a Snapchat that I put publicly, which was just like a selfie or whatever. Like, it wasn't even a thirst trap. It was just like a cute selfie. Maybe my makeup was nice or whatever. And he commented on it, like DM'd me on Snapchat. This is back in the day. And he was like, "You're so gorgeous," or something to do with my appearance. And I said, "Thank you." And his reply to that was, "Why can't you just accept a compliment properly or whatever?" And I said, "I am accepting it. I said thank you. Am I supposed to say that no, you're wrong? And say that you have incorrectly made a statement, like your statement is incorrect? That's an insult to you. and an insult to me. Like, why, like, what are you trying to say? And you slowly started to see the mentality shatter, going, oh, well, no, and I'm like, what, do you want me to disagree with you and say, no, I'm ugly? Well, why do you think, and, oh, am I unraveling it? I just went in. This is why I don't talk to people. Oh, Zen. Kuyaba says, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. Yeah, you put it in other salads. Wait, it's insulting to say thank you now. The context, Kuya, is that some people think that if you say thank you to a compliment, you're being up yourself instead of accepting the compliment. That's what I'm saying. Like, for them, it's, you have, like, the way to be polite, instead of going thank you, like, in earnest, the way to accept a compliment is to deflect it and go, oh, no, like, and to say no. No, you heard what happened? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, let's continue with Andromachos, because he's a vampire zaddy. Well, both of them are vampires, but, like, listen, this guy's my type. Oy. Listen. Well, what brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like, being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live.
That sounds like me in the morning, minus the scared all the time. I got it. You look gorgeous. Yes.
When I see vampires
Thank you.
acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Oh, calling out certain media that refuses to leave high school alone.
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
Yes, you are. You're doing, like, control fallacy. Or definitely not labeling. It's like, hang on. Yes.
Most perceptive, yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is.
Dude was trying to incite a negative response to prove something or to appear vivid. No, actually, Kuya Buzz, what it is, it's the, you know the name of that One Direction song? You don't know you're beautiful, right? It's like, the attraction of the woman is that she's ignorant to her own beauty, and if she knows she's attractive, like, it's not as attractive because the guy has to feel like he's the one who spotted it. Yeah, it's all about that ego in the shadow work that they haven't dealt with. Anyway, yeah. You're most prepared. Oh, it's one of these two. I always get them confused. Hang on. Ain't nothing more to read. Give me one moment. Hey, yo. Cognitive distortions. Yes. Wait, what? MCD, yes, okay. It sounds like control fallacy.
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Control, I think, yeah.
It's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Exactly. Like, when I tell you that when I was younger, because of the way that I was raised and also certain events in my life where I did actually save, like, certain people's lives, 2 people from drowning, my younger brothers from falling down the stairs, even though that was very passive, it was just my fluffy slipper and not actually physically me. My mom put on the whole, like, oh my god, like you're like his guardian angel, and like it's your slipper, and the fact that, like, from a young age I saved 2 people from drowning. Separate incidences. One of them happened to be my classmate, and she made such a big deal out of it, like, the whole entire rest of the day. Like, it was just, it gets to your head to the point where when you are growing up, you develop a savior complex, yeah, you develop a savior complex where it's like whenever there's someone who needs help, you want to help them to feed both your ego because like, oh, like I have to help them. I have to be the one to help them. But also selflessly, you feel like it is your responsibility to help them because you're the one who has the capacity to do so. Downside, you burn out, especially when these people don't have the capacity to help themselves. You can literally lead them to the water, like to drink, to save them, but they can close their mouths and refuse because that's all they've known. And if they don't want to stop being victims, then you cannot help them. There are people out there who, and this is my little rant, you can tell, there are people out there who would say they need saving, they want your help, they want your support, they want, you to be an emotional sponge for them. They want to be able to trauma dump on you and have your ear and have your heart and have your empathy, but they refuse to stop being a victim. They refuse to change the situation for the better and improve their life, because if they were to do so, they would have no more reasons to complain. They would have no more reason to go, oh, woe is me. Oh, look after me. Oh, like feel sorry for me. That's the only way that they can get attention, validation, and feel good about themselves because someone is paying attention to them to look after them. And once you remove yourself from the situation, they will blame you. Yes. All right. It's just super weird to compliment someone and then get upset at their reaction. Yeah, isn't it? That's why I stopped talking to him. Kuya Buzz says, oof, saving someone from drowning was one of my cringe memories. Listen, oh my God. I was at a pool party with friends and one guy pretended to not know how to swim and started to drown, and my dumbass who actually can't swim jumped in to try and save him and was laughed at for it because the guy can actually swim. Well, Kuya, why? Oh man. That's, well, I'm glad that you didn't actually drown and, you're okay, but, oh my God, that's intense. In my case, I had been swimming since, I was put in swimming classes, baby swimming classes from as soon as you could get signed up for them. The first lessons you ever do is let's blow bubbles, and you're the water is here and you're learning to just go and blowing, those are the baby lessons. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. And the time that I had saved her life, we were in grade 6, and we were about to graduate from primary school. And by that time, I had already gotten the baby certification for life saving. So you pass the tests of whether or not you can hold your breath for a long time, for a certain time frame, a length of time, while underneath going under a barrier. And there's if you can't halfway through, the sheet, the foam sheet stops you, so you have to make it. And then there's also being able to pull an average weight human from the shore. So we literally lie on our front at the edge of the pool and have the rope, and we're pulling the person while they don't kick or anything, and they just hold the rope. They, I think they either had a flotation thing to hold on to or the rope. But yeah, we had to do that, and you had to have a certain skill level of swimming to get that certification. But yes, can streamer be able to help others vampires away? I was helped. Yes.
Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something.
This guy's so attractive. What have the devs done? Oh my God. Who is your artist? Who is the artist for that? I can barely look at him. Oh my god.
Is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients.
Yes.
You will do what you can do, and that is enough. But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our king find a different way of thinking.
Well, if all the if it's like the overpopulation problem, which technically doesn't exist. There's just a ridiculously skewed and uneven to the point of ridiculousness, uneven food distribution in the world, but among the international population. We have enough food, like in the developed world, to be able to provide for the quote unquote third world and impoverished, but due to government corruption, supply chains due to government corruption, and someone who's actually adept and averse and articulate at poli-sci and etc. will be able to describe this better than I am. But point is, we have enough food. It's just we don't supply it. But anyway, back to this. If vampires make everyone a vampire and kill the supply chain too fast, then we will have no more food as vampires. Yeah. Injury, overpopulation but declining birth rates. Zen, declining birth rates only in the first world. The birth rates in certain countries are doing just fine. And also, overpopulation is a definition that should be talked about in a separate topic to declining birth rates. Because overpopulation talks about how certain resources are depleting faster then we can respawn them, in gamer terms, faster than they can respawn to actually feed us, right? But overpopulation is a something fallacy, is facetious. No, it's like a fake term, because the lack of resources is a man-made problem due to overconsumption, again, uneven distribution of the wealth, the food, the electricity, the everything between the first world and the third world, and what is categorized as such. Yeah, literally overpopulation is a different talking point, or a different topic to birth rates and the supposed decline of birth rates. Because yes, birth rates are lowering, but that's also due to, oh my god, that's a whole different topic. That's a topic. Let's go!
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire.
Lots of anger.
When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed.
Anyway, vampires. Vampires!
Seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill. That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
Exactly. I wanna spend several years, maybe a decade or a handful of decades, just reading and binge watching and consuming art and media and commissioning artists with my money and listen, accumulating wealth and then letting the wealth sit there for the rest of my eternity, and then I can spend the leisure aspect and I can do all the different things. You know how in The Sims you can cheat by turning off all the needs? You do that, and then for me as an achievement hunter, I like going and you pick chef, and then you max out that career tree, and then you go, entertainment, actor, or star entertainer performer, and then you max out that career path, and then it's scientist astronaut, and you max out that career path. I want to do that as a vampire. I want to do all the things. I want to be so accomplished. I will have like several bachelor's degrees, several masters, most likely a PhD in something. I will have so many certifications. It'll be ridiculous. Yes. And I will also I will also learn jujitsu, taekwondo. I have a list. Hang on. I have a list. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. I have a list. No. Oh, yes, it's here. No, this is the wrong book. I have a list. Hold up. Oh, no, it's not here. I digitized it. Hang on. I wrote it down. It's now in my Trello. I got it. Hang on. It's in my Trello. Where's my Trello? Oh, it's here. Trello. Extra notes. Being enhancements. Okay, languages: Tagalog, Mandarin, Korean, Spanish, French, Italian, Greek, Turkish, Arabic, German, Swedish, Portuguese, Japanese, Russian, and Thai. I want to properly learn how to drive manual, because I know how to drive automatic and like somewhat manual, but like be sufficient in manual driving, plus stunt driving, horseback riding, ice skating, playing piano, playing the harp, may or may not get into the flute again, become a great swimmer again, all the dances like the waltz, the tango, the foxtrot, oh my god, all of them, increase dance ability and singing ability. I actually want to get classically trained, archery, golf, taekwondo, jujitsu, hapkido, basic normal karate, and just like martial arts in general. Proficient in like guns and shooting, deportment and etiquette is a given, and advanced level of like Pilates and yoga and whatnot. Like I have a list when I tell you. What happens when you consume all the entertainment? What I just said. You will never run out of entertainment to watch, because humans will continue to create. And if you are disillusioned and think and come to the conclusion that, oh, all the things that I want to watch and consume and blah blah, like I've done it all, then it is your obligation as an immortal billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire to fund the next generation of mortal artists and commission them and be their benefactor and breathe life into that which you are consuming. Thank you. Yes. I honestly don't know if I'd enjoy living that long. I do! I'm already bored after 30 years. Oh, to be properly bored. You're just not exploring your brain enough. Yes.
I'm going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no account piece of shit. Nasty son of a bitch. Dumbest thing.
He's labeling. It's kind of like if you watch horror movies, you can be like, oh, this is predictable, I know what's going to happen kind of vibe. Yeah, but that's just seeing patterns in everything. Don't see it as, oh, it's so boring because I know what's going to happen. Change your mindset and understand that it's a trope. Like, oh, it's a trope. Cool. Like, I know what's going to happen. It's validating. And take that as a mission to seek something new instead of, pardon my French, shitting on everything that already is. Go, okay, they understand the formula that humans, the majority of humans, enjoy knowing the formula, because when it is familiar, it is safe, right? And understand that there are artists out there who are flipping the trope on its head, putting a spin on things. And you, as a consumer, it's your job to find it. And any billionaires or trillionaires or even millionaires out there, if you're watching this, if you are disillusioned and can't find what you're looking for too, it is up to you, the richie-doos of the world above a certain tax bracket, to literally fund the arts to create the thing. New age richie-do people have forgotten what it's about. Like literally funding that stuff. People in this day and age will say things like, oh, look at these old buildings that were built so beautifully and this artwork that was painted so beautifully. Why don't we have these things anymore? Well, a few reasons, but one of the main reasons is that those artists were literally paid to live and create. Their whole life was paid for, and all they had to do was paint or sculpt or build. That's literally like the billionaires and millionaires funded their life so that the art could happen. Oh, I'm so passionate about this topic because people want to be entertained, people want art, people want to look at the pretty things, but they don't want to pay for the artists. They don't want to pay for the very thing that they say, oh, there's not enough of, oh, boo-hoo, make it yourself. And then they want to cop out and make AI slop off the backs of the artists that made it in the first place. Why do you think the majority of AI images now are tinted yellow? They're tinted that sepia tone because it's an Ouroboros. It's eating itself up. I could go on this topic for ages. I'm not going to. Vampires! He's labeling. He's labeling.
The way you are talking about yourself?
He's labeling. Yeah.
Respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children.
Oh.
Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Oh.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
Labeling.
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Now hold up a mirror. Oh, wait, you're a vampire. Well. Oh, also, back to when you were asking me if I would be a vampire, no hesitation. Okay, fine print. When it comes to your reflection, clothing. In some interpretations, when you put on the clothing disappears because it now becomes like it's now considered part of you as a being until you take it off, and then the clothing rematerializes in the reflection. Which kind of media are we talking about? There you go. I have so many like questions about like the considerations.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
The way he says it, oh my god.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion.
Compassion.
For them and for yourself.
I want to meet the voice actor. This is great.
So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see.
Mm-hmm.
The Wild West was ending, and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the transcendentalists helped me.
Oh, and that's the thing, too. You say that you would be bored. Go take a nap. You're a vampire. Shut up and go take a nap. Go take a nap for like 100 years and come back. And when you come back, 100 years of mortal history would have occurred. You can catch up. There you go. Boom. Problem solved. You now have things to catch up on. New media has been created, movies and TV and books and video games and stuff. The catch up. Go play catch up. 100 years worth. Go. And then take another nap. Go take another nap. And then, woo, so everything's different. If you feel like when it comes to the topic of being immortal or being a vampire or just immortality in general, people who think that they would be bored, skish you. It's 100% a skish you. You're not opening your mind. You're clearly limited by certain aspects of your current mortal experience. So you're not, because you don't, like, what's the saying? You don't know what you don't know. So find out what you don't know, and once you realize you don't know about this thing, but you know it's now a concept, go and learn about it. Go and learn about it. There is no excuse to be bored if you have immortality. It is a skissue. There is always something. Always something.
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But first you must help yourself to a point before you can help others. Otherwise it's the blind leading the blind, okay? Yeah.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator.
I'm putting my phone on silent. This is my brother in the group chat.
Should statements are another cognitive distortion. Something created
Ooh,
by
new
your
one.
mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Just to exist. Should statements.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
Oh man, I'm getting a therapy session right now. Oh, that's me. That's actually me. And I'm self-aware enough to know that. I have certain levels of, I should be up to this standard when it comes to aesthetics. I should be up to this standard when it comes to my education. I should be up to this standard when it comes to my career. I should be up to this standard when it comes to XYZ. Literally, or like certain skill sets, certain abilities, certain talents of mine. Like, should. Like, yep. I understand.
And what do
Yep,
you do
yep,
when
yep.
you're pressured? You resent the should.
Oh, I don't resent the shoulds. I resent myself.
And as you know, you have a lot of time to procrastinate.
That's true. Just take a nap.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Take a nap.
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Yes, because it's a duty, I guess.
No, ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do, but nature herself tells us what they are.
Yes.
We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
Ah, he can exercise it. Hey, yo!
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion.
Okay.
I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Maybe.
I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
Oh, yes, you should.
Did you miss my should statement? Let's try again. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Potentially?
You should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. you've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more.
Yeah,
pleased
I think it was that
with
one.
was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Oh, I'm sure he treats all his lovers right, Sam. Listen.
Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Oh.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
Hey, consent.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
Oh, okay.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel?
Yeah, Samuel.
I say something positive. You find a way to negate it.
Yeah. Like Australian culture, literally, like what we were going back to in Australia, what I said about how it's normalized to negate and deflect compliments because that's seen as the proper way to accept compliments. And no. I want to slap people in the face. Don't slap people in the face. But like, that is an Australian culture thing. And yeah, that's not saying it doesn't happen in other parts of the world. I'm just saying it's very prevalent in Australia. Thank you. But yes.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing, spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
Yeah, but the negative doesn't cancel out the positive, and the positive doesn't cancel out the negative. Within context.
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either.
Aha.
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive. I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive. Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
Well, that might be a bit obvious.
You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you've done.
Yep. By the way, how's the audio? How are the audio levels? You can hear them, right?
Well done, Sam. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Oh, that smile. Hello.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
Yeah, I think I could use help.
Yeah,
Help us, Daddy.
Very well, Sam. Let's try some examples. I will give you a statement, and you find the cognitive distortion in it. I am far sexier than movie vampires. Therefore, I should be a movie star.
Should.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. That's a should statement right there. But you're not insecure enough to be an actor anyway.
Excellent, Samuel. Would you like another exercise?
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the leader inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
Got a leader inside you. Ayo!
How much much is a liter?
Oh, it's like, it's like, 32 ounce. Hey, Siri, how much is a liter in ounces? It's like 32.
1 liter is 33.81 fluid ounces.
30, thank you.
You're welcome.
33.81. Yeah, it's about 32. I know my conversion.
Just get enough to drink, Sam. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired.
That's right.
Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
Andromakos. Oh, you didn't talk. You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace. Oh, rip.
Samuel, glad
Checkpoint
to see
set.
you are awake. Your first client is on his way.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift.
Are 2 tracks playing at once? In the background?
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Shucks, I wish I had your confidence.
Comes with the territory.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Ah, thank you.
You can see the future.
Predictive pattern. Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see
Yeah.
the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Wait, hey, 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 hey.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive, it's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is. If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically.
Oh, right into the
Think about it
brain.
too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Ooh.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Age 430, gender male, origin English. Dr. Drain is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. Because a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion, became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Ooh, we'd love to see it. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion. Detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits.
Many vampires
Okay.
go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Yes. Unless your clan / family makes it one. Yeah. That's a thing.
So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed, you catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
Well, not funny keeping the title of doctor when you acknowledge that accreditations and certifications like that normally connect themselves, like attach themselves to our ego with a sense of validation that we've earned this. This is our title, and it holds a certain level, a weight in society to have the label of doctor. So I can see why he wouldn't want to get rid of it, because it adds a gravitas to him and a sense of legitimacy to him, his work, and himself. Yes.
But
Oh!
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
Oh, bye.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Oh, hi.
Hey there.
Hi.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
Gosh.
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Well?
Oh, well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Ooh.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
He's much, isn't he? I just looked at the time of the VOD. I'm going to break up the VOD into 2. But also, I'm going to go bathroom after. So, YouTube, stay tuned for part 2 of this demo. I'm going to go. Twitch, don't go anywhere because we got more to play. And YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, join our Discord server if you so wish. My name is pearlynrae, reminding you to drink your water, get enough sleep, eat dessert, look after yourself, and I will see you for part 2. I'm literally going to start it after this. Bye, YouTube.